you? Thank you so much for meeting me. You have a great, beautiful home.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are you excited to get your home sold? Are you? Okay, fantastic. Do you mind if I take just a minute to look around your home? I just want to see in the eyes of the buyer.
Okay,
Would that be
good.
fine with you?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, once again, once again want to compliment you. It's a very wonderful, beautiful home. It's a great neighborhood too.
Thank you very much.
You must be a very proud homeowner.
Sure, of course.
Of course, right? Okay, fantastic. So, just to get started, I brought a couple things out for you. I'm sure you reviewed this, and I'm just giving it to you again. Here's another copy of the contract. Did you make sure to read this last night when I had this sent to you?
Yeah, I'm familiar with this.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. And here is a copy of something called a comparative market analysis, which we will discuss in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Now, before I start, we just have to discuss a few things. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
It'll be taking just a few minutes. It'll be very, very quick. So, I wrote down 3 real important questions for you. 1, do you absolutely have to sell your home, Maya?
I really like to.
You'd really like to sell your home. Fantastic. And will you price your home to sell, or do you want to keep it on the market for a long period of time?
Definitely, I like to put the price on selling.
Yeah, you want to put the price to sell.
Right.
Fantastic. So you're motivated to put it at a price that's going to cause it to sell, right? Gotcha. And do you want me to handle the sale for you?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
don't know much about you yet.
You don't know much about me
Yeah,
yet.
and
Fantastic.
I have 2 other agents is coming, so I have to check all 3.
2 other agents, or you're going to check all 3 of us?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You know what? That maybe is a very smart thing to do. It's
I
actually
think
very
so.
responsible. I could definitely appreciate that.
Okay.
So, let me ask you. So, at the end of my presentation, one of 3 things will happen. 1, you'll have the opportunity to list your home with me. Or 2, you'll decide not to list your home with me. Or 3, I'll decide not to take your listing. Any one of which is fine.
I was surprised. You might not take my listing.
Absolutely. And can I tell you why?
Why?
Well, you see, you want to sell your home, right?
Right.
And I want to be able to be your exclusive agent, so I can't sell your home, right? And if I find out that for some reason we cannot mutually agree upon a decision to sell your home, at whether it's a price or for whatever other reason, then I don't want to waste your time, because obviously you have other agents to look for and you've got to get your home sold, right?
Right.
So I want to be here to make sure that I am an asset to you and not a hindrance. Does that make sense?
Right. Okay.
Fair enough.
Got it.
Okay. So let's quickly take a moment to review some of the questions I asked you over the phone. So you said you were moving to Placentia, right?
Right.
Okay. And you said you were moving because you wanted to get closer to your job and you want to move to a single-story home.
Right.
And I believe you said you also had a medical condition.
I don't say that's medical condition. I just tired to go upstairs. That's
Tired
why.
to go upstairs.
Yeah.
I guess the joints must ache a little. Is it?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Is it kind of a challenge to go up the stairs right now?
Yes.
And that's why you want to get yourself to a single-story home, right?
Mhm.
Sooner the better, right?
Right.
Fantastic. So you said you had to be there you said you want to be there as soon as
Soon
possible,
as
right?
possible. Yeah.
The less suffering, the better.
If I found a good single story, I really like to.
You got to find a good single story, and you really like it. Fantastic. And you said you wanted to price your home at $600,000. Is that correct? Fantastic. And you said you owe only $250,000, right?
Right.
So anything we get above $250,000, you get your money back, and we're definitely going to get more than that. And you're not giving away your home for free, are you?
Of course not.
You're definitely making a profit, and you're going to take something home for yourself, right?
Yeah, I like to have the price that I can, pay cash to the single story home, because I don't want to owe any more mortgage. I just want to pay up the single story one. So I like to have at least $600,000.
I see. So
Yeah.
you don't want to pay off any mortgage. You want to move into your new home without having to make any payments.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
That sounds like a great plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a really good plan. Okay. And you weren't planning on selling it yourself, were you?
No.
Oh,
No.
terrific. And you wanted all your money out, correct? Wonderful.
So is there any idea if I like to sell the house by myself? So is it easy?
Is it easy?
Yeah, I didn't thought about it, but
You know what?
as long as you asking me, so.
That's a fantastic question, and I'm sure by the end of my presentation, you'll hear what I have to say and what I'm going to do to get your home sold, and you can decide for yourself if you'd like to take some of my ideas and apply it to yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna make it look very easy. I'm gonna make it look effortless. Now, as to whether you can do this too, hey, sure. We can talk about that as well. Sounds interesting, right?
Right.
Okay. So now there are only two issues that we have to look at tonight. Number one, your motivation to sell this home, and number two, the price we set on your home. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I prepared what we call a comparative market analysis, and there are two parts to this research. Part one we call Fantasyland, and that's what homeowners want to price their homes for. Part two we call reality, and that's what real estate agents actually list and sell homes for, and that's the price that'll actually cause them to sell. So tonight we're going to have to decide where you're going to spend your time.
Okay.
Sound good? All right. So the purpose of this comparative market analysis is to determine the value of your home in the eyes of a buyer. Maya, do you know how buyers determine value?
Yeah, they look at the price and then compare it to the other neighbors. That's how they do it, right?
Absolutely. They look at the price and they compare to other neighbors. Fantastic. So it looks like you've done your research, especially as a prospective home buyer yourself, right?
And then when they open house in my neighbor, I used to go over there and check the price. That's how I got the $600,000. I think I can get it.
You went to an open house and then that's how you set the price. May I ask you, did that open house sell?
I didn't check after that. I just look at the open house sign, so I just went in there and look at it. But I didn't really check how much they sold.
I see. And just to give me an idea, how long ago was that?
A couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. Fantastic. The only reason I ask is I think I know exactly what house you're talking about. We're going to get back to that in a second.
Yeah.
Sound good? Okay. So, like you said, buyers determine values by comparison shopping. They look at the price of your home based on its features and benefits, and they compare it with the features and benefits of similar homes that have sold recently or are currently on the market. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, Maya, if you were to purchase a new car, and one dealership had a car for $50,000, and another dealership had the same car for $45,000, but included fancy wheels and maybe a navigation system, which would be more valuable to you?
The fancy navigation system.
Fancy navigation system, right?
Yeah.
And even if they were the same price, let's say one was $50,000 and the other one was also $50,000, which car would you go for?
With the car with the fancy benefits.
Right, the car with the fancy benefits and features, right?
Right.
Exactly. Now, as you can see, if you want to increase value in your home, you either have to A, lower the price, or B, have more features and benefits for the same price. Does that make sense, Maya?
Yeah, but I think I have already features and benefits.
You do have some great features and benefits, and
Right.
that's exactly what we're going to go over.
Okay.
Now, unless you're planning to add more features and benefits to your home, well, are you? May I ask first?
Not this point.
Not at this point.
I'm done
right?
already.
You're done already, right? And I believe you said you've remodeled your home before.
Right.
That was a lot of work, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it a lot of money too?
$50,000.
About $50,000. Heck of an investment, isn't it?
Right.
Especially the
Yeah,
time.
I want to get it out.
You want to get it out of here.
I hope you can help me.
So, absolutely, I'd love to help you. That's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah.
So, like I told you, here is the copy of the CMA. And this is your copy, and I have an exact copy next to me. So we can go look at it. So your home is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,800 square feet, and you want to have it at $600,000, correct? Okay, so just to show you, here's one that's listed in your neighborhood right now. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath. It's at $570,000. It's actually very similar to the condition of your home. Yours is actually a little bit more beautiful. It has better curb appeal for sure.
That you think so?
Oh yes, much
Do you
better.
think this house is better than mine?
No, your home has better curb appeal.
Oh, then I should list more than 570.
Exactly. But let me get to it just a second.
Okay.
Let me show you exactly. So here it's at 570,000, right? And this is just a list. It hasn't been sold yet.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how many days it's been on the market?
42 days.
42 days, right? At the price that 570, right? Okay. And take a look real close here. So this is, I added this just to show you. We're going to discuss this later. So what does it say for the salesperson's commission for this home?
This is 2% commission.
It's at 2%, right? And it's been unsold at 42 days.
So means the commission is low. That's why they didn't get this price.
It's
been
one
on the mind.
It's one of many reasons, and I'm going to get back to that in a second. So here's CMA number 2. This one's a lot worse than your home. So it's a 4-bed, 2-bath, and what's the price?
540.
540. And how many days was it on the market?
26.
26 days. And when did it sell?
June 2nd.
Very recently, right? June 2nd. And for that one, also, I want you to read this real quick. I also added it just for reference.
3%.
At 3%, right? So this home, I just want to tell you, is a lot worse than your home. It doesn't hold a candle to your beautiful property. I think you might even know which one. This is the one right around the corner, a little bit shabbier, but you know they did sell eventually. Now the third one, this one, it's very similar to yours. Again, yours is still better. This one's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. And what was the price it sold at?
530.
530. And how many days was it on the market?
4 days.
4 days, right? Pretty darn quick, wouldn't you say? And when did it sell?
June 7th.
June 7th, right? So this was also very recent. And also, what percent commission did they sell it at?
2.5.
2.5. Now, based on the prices that you see, and I'm telling you, your home is better than this one. Your home's a lot worse than this one. Your home's just a little bit better than this one. But this one hasn't sold yet. Based on what you see here, Maya, what do you think we should price your home at?
I thought $600,000 reasonable price, but after I see this come, maybe I put $590,000.
$590,000? Let me ask you again.
Because it's only one house on the market, 570, right? And mine's better than this condition, so I like to put $590,000.
You'd like to put $590,000?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And let me ask you, Maya, so comparing with the actual homes they sold, I know you'd want to get, it sounds like you want to get at least $590,000, right? $600,000 being the target goal.
Yeah.
However, based on the price that you see here, what buyers are willing to pay, according to these two criteria, what do you think buyers would be willing to pay?
I think this one is not on the market, so...
but they were just sold.
Yeah, the market is better. Don't you think the price is going up? I heard the news is going up, the prices.
Absolutely.
So I think definitely, you know, sold price is this, but mine's better than, and then, you know.
You're absolutely right.
Months later.
Prices do rise, and let me ask you, just how long are you willing to wait for prices to rise?
How long do I have to wait? I don't get it. What does that mean?
Well, you want the value of your homes to rise, right?
No, I mean, I already heard that news, the price is getting, you know.
Prices are rising, right?
Rising, so it's continuing rising right now, so it means mine's already went up, I think, than this sold ones.
Yours already went up, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's...
Compared to when these sold. Do you think it rose up to $600,000 though?
No, $590,000.
$590,000.
Yeah.
And may I ask why specifically you want why you think your home is worth $590,000?
Mine's a new paint.
New paint,
and,
good.
5 years ago, I did remodel.
5 years.
But it's 5 years ago, but it's newer kitchen and windows.
Newer kitchen and windows.
Yeah, and then mine's are better than any other house.
Absolutely, yours is better than every other house.
Don't
here.
you think so?
I believe so. Absolutely, I just see it right now in front of me. It's
so
mesmerizing
I
how
think
beautiful
much
this is.
better than 570. So I want to try that 590.
And may I ask just quick? You mentioned earlier you spent $50,000 to upgrade your home.
Right.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Now, is that number by any chance influencing as far as tacking that on to the final selling price?
I think so because I spent $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I want to get it out.
And you want to get that investment back, right?
Right.
And let me ask you, Maya, when you bought this home, how many years ago was this?
Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
Mm.
When you bought this home 10 years ago, did you buy the home as is, or did it already have some of these features?
They don't have this.
Didn't have
I
these,
put the
right?
new things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And these new things that you put in, did you put them in for your own enjoyment or for the next buyer?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
You enjoyed it, right?
Right.
And you also bought the home yourself as is 10 years ago, correct?
Right.
And let me ask you, just hypothetically, let's just think about this scenario. Let's say a buyer, a prospective buyer, comes to see your home. They love the neighborhood. They love the number of bathrooms, bedrooms. They love exactly where it is as far as, in this part of the street. But gosh darn it, they just don't like the color of the paint in your home. They don't really cook too much because they don't care about the kitchen. And as far as all the new carpeting and all the other features you put in, maybe they just don't like any of that. They want to pull it out and put in tile. Would that bother you?
Yeah, but that's their house, so they can do whatever they want to do.
It's their house, right?
Right.
And since you also bought this house as is 10 years ago, I mean, you could have liked the house, you could have liked the neighborhood, you could have liked the streets, you could have liked your neighbors.
Right.
Wouldn't you also think the next buyer could like this house and buy it too, regardless of the features that you added?
Yeah, I got your point. So what price are you recommending? I like to have $590,000, but what price are you recommending me?
Now, I could recommend you a price,
Uh-huh.
but again, I want to really get a realistic idea from you what you'd be willing to go down for. So rock bottom price, comparing based on what you see, what do you think your home should be priced at?
Jahon, I don't want to go 540. No.
Under 540?
No. This one is definitely. I'm not going to put this house on 540. No.
Not at 540? Absolutely. And may I ask you something real quick, Maya? What will you do if your home doesn't sell at all?
Placentia is not that far, so I'm gonna try to. That's what I'm doing. I'm just keep on going.
You're going to keep on going?
Yeah.
Maybe wait for home prices on your home to rise up so you can get the fair value, right?
Yeah. I like to move as soon as possible, but I don't want to. 540 is too low. That I can buy the single-story home.
You can't buy the single-story home in the next place, right?
That's why.
And let me ask you, if home prices rose proportionally here in Cyprus, would you also agree they'd probably also rise in Placentia?
Yeah.
So any extra money that you earn here, would also probably get applied to the next home, wouldn't it? So any additional time that you wait here, and let me ask you, it's a little hard for you to move around, going upstairs, right? That's why you want to go to a single-story home. So not only are you suffering an additional uncertain amount of time, you're also not really getting that much more for your money. Who knows? It could be flipped upside down. The future is very fickle, wouldn't you say?
Okay.
So
What price are you really actually recommending? Because other agents told me that they can put it on the market for $560,000.
$560,000.
So I can, my price is 590, but the other agent says they can put $560,000. So I could go with him though if you can. If you don't recommend 560.
Absolutely. And you know what? May I ask how they came to that price?
I don't know. That's their realtors. So that's he told me.
You don't know, and they told you, and you
Yeah,
don't
he
know
said
an answer? Wow, so he gave you a price of $560 without giving you a specific answer as to why it should be priced at $560? Now, based on that, I've showed you exactly why I think it should be priced lower, right? But I haven't given you an exact price yet. For me, I have an idea in my head. I think at $535, we'll get it sold immediately.
Oh no.
At $540, depending on a couple of techniques we can use, we can maybe get a couple of thousand more, but hear this. Now, we discussed earlier about these commissions, right?
Mhm.
To see how low these are paid. Now, see this one at 2.5%, even though it's priced rock bottom low. See how
Jahon,
fast.
I wanna put the price listed 570 is on the market right now, and the sold one is 540. So I think the between 570 to 540 is the fair price. I think.
And if we could get it at 540 and raise it up by getting multiple offers, by having them bid up, would that be acceptable to you?
That sounds good.
That sounds good, right? And if I could make that happen to you, make that happen for you, would you be comfortable with listing your home with me and signing the contract?
540, and then you're gonna have a multiple offer.
Mm-hmm. And may I tell you exactly how I'm gonna get those multiple offers?
Yeah, let me know how you're gonna do that.
What I'm gonna do that's different from all these other agents, I charge an 8% commission. At an 8% commission, now I see you're surprised, right? May I tell you exactly how I'm gonna do that with an 8% commission? By offering 4% to the buying agent and taking 4% for myself, 1% of which I give to my transaction staff and my support staff to facilitate with everything, so not a single issue comes back to you. What do you think at 4%? How do you think the other buying agents in town are going to react?
Oh, they're gonna love 4%.
They're going to love it, right?
Yeah.
In fact, wouldn't you agree they'll be fighting to bring an offer to your table?
Yeah.
And if they fought to bring an offer to your table, don't you think we could act like puppet masters and raise that price up to a better price than what we said today?
So you were talking about commission. How much commission that you're asking me? You know, the other agent says 560 with 4% commission.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna meet him later today. But you asking me commission 8%?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, sorry, I can't do that.
Absolutely. Well, and let me ask you this: at 4% at 560, what would you do if it didn't sell at all?
If I don't sell that, I'm gonna blame agent.
Blame the agent, right?
Yeah.
And why would you blame the agent?
Because they have to sell it.
They have to sell it, right? So
they got the listing and they have to sell.
And let me ask you, Mike, regardless whether I choose a 1% commission or a 10% commission, does any of that matter if your home doesn't get sold?
I don't know what is means the more commission.
I mean, regardless of the commission, does it matter what percentage or what we charge if your home doesn't get sold at all?
Yeah, I want to sell the house.
You want to sell the house, right?
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't get sold at all, whether I work at 8% or 1% or the next guy works at 560 at 4%, it doesn't matter, does it?
Right.
What you're really looking for is someone who can get the job done, isn't it? You want to find someone who wants to sell your home. Now, based on what I've told you so far, do you believe I can sell your home? You believe I can sell your home, right?
Yeah.
And based on the techniques I've showed you, in comparison to the other agents in town, do you believe I can sell your home at a more higher success rate than them?
Yeah, I think so.
Have I explained to you exactly what I'm going to do without confusion?
Yeah, you told me.
And as far as the methods I'm going to use to get your home sold, are you comfortable with the idea of getting your home sold in the next 30 days?
Next 30 days, yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and sign that contract, Maya?
So you have to clear out. So what's the price that you're asking me?
I would recommend, from what you know, I would recommend at 540. And then we drive it up from there.
540, and then commission?
Then commission at 8%. With that 8%, think of it like this. You're not losing value. I'll make a deal with you, Maya. I won't charge you a penny of commission until I actually get your home sold and get a check in your hand ready to move to your beautiful home in Placentia. Sound fair enough?
Yeah, I got your point. 8% and then 540. That's your recommendation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, then let me think about it then.
Okay, what specifically do you have to think about?
Think about the commission 8% because I know the fair market commission is 6%.
I see.
Yeah, and then a lot of agents who will, offer me lower commission, but, I'm a fair person, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but 8%, I didn't hear many agent, I think, so I have to think about it and then compare it with the other agent.
You haven't heard of many agents that offering 8%. You have other agents offering you lower, and you still have to think about those two aspects, right?
Right.
And gosh, Maya, what an opportunity this must be for you. May I tell you why?
Mhm.
You mentioned earlier that you're talking about a fair market was 6%, right?
Yeah.
Where did you get that number, and why is that a fair market?
Everybody say about the commission is 6% on the news or magazines.
Everybody in the news, right?
Right.
For them, that's what they say is fair, right?
Mhm.
And if we can give you,
Mhm.
the seller, an unfair advantage, you the advantage,
Mhm.
would it matter if it's fair or not, as long as you're the one who gets more? Right? Wouldn't you want an unfair advantage in a situation like this?
But not from my pocket though.
Well, absolutely. Why would you say that?
Yeah,
Why not
but-
from your pocket?
Yeah, 8% is actually I'm the paying 8%, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I don't get your home sold at all, do I get paid at all?
No.
No, right?
Mhm.
If the next agent who wants to list at 560, 596, or even $1 million at 3%, if it doesn't get sold at all,
Right.
do they get paid?
No, of course not.
Is there any point of any of us doing this if we don't get paid? Is there a point of me being here if you don't get your home sold?
No, I don't agree with the 8%.
Okay, if not 8%, how about with 7%?
No.
7%? At 7%, that's what it's going to take to get your home sold. I have plenty of fantastic agents that I can refer you to who charge low commissions at high prices, who don't sell homes at all. Which would be better for you?
I have to think about it, John.
You have to think about it. So you don't really have to sell your home right now, is that it?
I like to sell, I said.
You
I
like
like
to
to
sell
sell
your-
the house, but the, $540,000 is, now I'm saying fair price for the house on the
I see.
market. The commission is, I'm not comfortable with that.
You're not comfortable with the commission because I think the bigger question is you want to get the most value for your home.
Mhm.
Isn't that right?
Mhm.
And to get the most value for your home, we need to raise up this price, right, that we decided for you.
Mhm.
And let me ask you, Maya, how do you plan to raise that, regardless of whether you choose me or not? I will tell you right now, to give you an honest, straightforward answer, you're not going to go more than 2 to 3% up or down below this price that I've set for you. Wouldn't you say? So just based on the CMAs, wouldn't you agree that this price is probably the price that's going to cause your home to sell,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So we've determined
Then
that.
the price is cost to sell already, then why do I have to pay you more than this fair market commission? That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna think about it and I compare it, and I have 2 more agents have appointments, so I have to compare with them.
Absolutely, because you want to, it sounds like like I said, the biggest question here is you want to get the most for your money, right?
I want fair.
You want fair, but better than fair, wouldn't you like more for yourself?
How?
So, from what I've shown you in the previous CMAs, let me ask you, how do you think we can motivate all the buying agents in town and outside of town to come see your property?
So you gonna do that though, right? You're gonna put it on the market and then, they will see the advertisement.
Absolutely, and
Yeah,
I
and
wish
then
it
they
was.
will come.
And I wish it was that simple. And I could show you, Maya, right now exactly how many homes are on for sale in the MLS.
Mhm.
And as you can see, out of X amount of homes, which homes do you think are the ones that are selling? The ones that are priced the highest or the ones that are priced the lowest?
Lower.
Probably the ones that are priced lower, right?
Mhm.
So everybody's scrounging for the same listings at the same time, would you say? So there's a finite amount of inventory that buyers can actually look at.
Yeah.
And among that finite inventory, which ones do you think they look at first for themselves as far as showings?
Which one they will look at
Sure.
it?
Mhm. We've already determined one, they're going to show the ones with the lowest prices.
Mhm.
What do you think is the next criteria they use to determine that?
I don't know.
May I show you?
Mhm.
Based on the CMAs that I showed you,
The commission.
commissions, right?
Okay.
And like we said before,
Yeah.
so at a 7% commission, we cut that down to 3.5. At 3.5% or 4%, how much more activity do you think you'll receive?
Jahon, you think you can take a 6%? Then I can sign it right now.
You think you can take 6% and sign it right now? Absolutely. And let me ask you this: at 6%, if your home doesn't sell at all, is it of any help to you or I?
No, but I don't see any 4% right now. This is the highest percent is 3%.
And
I think that's the fair.
And that's a
Otherwise,
great
I won't
concern.
sign it today.
And that's a great concern that you brought up.
Mhm.
And because you don't see those, right? Because you don't see those very often, imagine if you were the buying agent and you did see that at 4%, what do you think you would do?
So I'm getting out of the what was your questions?
Oh, no problem. If you are a buying agent
Mhm.
showing prospective homes and you saw a 4%, right, which you've never seen before,
Mhm.
a 4% to yourself,
Mhm.
what would you do?
Or they're interested about it.
They'd be very interested, right?
Mhm.
Would you even think it's fair to say your home would probably be the first one they would show out of
Yeah.
anybody else?
Right,
In fact, you would blow away the rest of the competition, wouldn't you?
right.
And if we use that commission as a marketing tool
Mhm.
and give you the unfair advantage, isn't that to your benefit? Isn't that what you want?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So by having that set commission, wouldn't you agree that that's the best way to get the price that you want and the time that you want?
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and sign that contract.
Okay. I can't ignore you guys. No more.